Good afternoon everybody, Calm Biker here, in an incredibly hot Batcave. We're in a heat wave again, and I think I've got a sheen already. I haven't even started my jobs yet. It's pretty disgusting. I'm in the Batcave because I've got a job to do. I've got 4 things I want to fit on the bike, on the new GB350S. One of them has to be done today. I've got the bike home from the dealership, and I'm going to fit some security that's required for my insurance because I've declared it as getting fitted today, so I need to get it fitted. The bike doesn't come with the Honda integrated security thing, HISS, the immobiliser basically, I think. So I thought I need to put something else on it, need to give it some reason to not stand out, or to stand out as being less stealable than whatever I'm parked next to. Sorry if that's you and a thief picks yours instead of mine. So I decided I'm going to get myself one of these. Datatag system. I've had it on bikes in the past, been fitted by the dealership. The dealership that I've gone to, the Honda one, doesn't do that. And the manufacturer doesn't do it either. So I thought I would buy one myself. It cost me about £80. And I thought I'd give it a go at fitting it this afternoon. Let's have a look, eh? So let's have a look at what's in the box. These are the main components of the kit. There's also a registration piece of paperwork as well. The idea here is that all of these things are marking your bike in various ways so it can be identified and linked back to you if it was stolen. So the other thing that you can't see, the registration paperwork, I can send off to Datatag and they'll register the bike with me, or the Datatag system on the bike with me. And they can also re-register it to the next owner of the bike as well. But the actual markings and the other bits and pieces in the kit are these here. So let's have a look at what we've got. Important one. Instructions for how to fit everything. Make sure you don't mess it up. We've got these 3 parts. So this is a set of stencils. I think there's 8 of them in there. And they've got my unique Datatag number and a telephone number to call in case you found the bike. And a little pot of clear fluid. That's a UV fluid, so you wipe that fluid through the stencil and that allows it to mark the bike with the unique number that's in the middle of the stencil there. So there's 8 of those. You use that to mark up various pieces of the bike. There's an alcohol wipe to clean things off afterwards and to prepare things for stickers. There's this little bottle here, which has got a brush in it as well. That's microdots. So there's like a liquid with hundreds of little data dots, as they call them, and you put that on pretty much everything you haven't marked with something else, and each of those data dots has your unique ID on it. These 2 stickers up here, these are RFID tags, so they can be read by a scanner that the police have. There's also in this bag, and I've kept them in the bag this time because I don't want to lose them, 2 little tiny transponders. So one of them goes into your seat and one goes into your wiring harness. And again, that can be picked up with a special scanner that the police have. There's a sticker there warning that the next person who buys the bike should re-register. And then the special sticker that you make, you put on the bike in a very clear position, usually on the tank, that shows that the bike is protected and hopefully puts the thieves off. And I forgot to mention a little needle. That's to help you install these little tiny transponders. To show you how tiny they are, let's bring in a tape measure. So they're about 1 centimetre long and maybe 1 millimetre wide. To install it into the seat, the system comes with a needle that's hollow. So you can poke that into the bottom of your seat, through a vent hole into the sponge, pop the tag down the end, and then there's another piece of metal that you can push down that forces the transponder into the seat material, never to be found again. Let's give it a try, eh? Right, take that little safety cap off, I'm guessing. Yeah, it does feel sharp, that. Which piece should we go for? That one looks like it could be the easiest. There's a good bit of thick piece of seat behind it. I don't want to go through, obviously. And they say you should go in at a sideways angle. There it is, that's into the sponge. The tag is down there. It's tiny, I can't get it. There it is. Pop that into the end of the needle, let it slide down, and then get the little rod to push it in, and just push. No one would ever know. The next of these RFID tags, they say, should go into the wiring loom. And there are some loose bits here where it is quite hollow, and I'm sure I could get a needle through, but I have to say I'm a bit wary about poking a needle into somewhere where there's wires and I could do some damage. It does say that if you're not able to do it, that you can just tape it in there. So I think I'm probably going to use some electrical tape instead and just pop the transponder in between these wires and then just tape them up. I think that's safer for somebody like me who can be quite ham-fisted. So, bit of electrical tape, and I think I'll pop it just in here. Seems to be the best place. Be careful not to drop it because I'll never find it again. I think I'm going to stick it to the tape first, and then just wrap it up a little bit so I can't lose it. And I'll start with a little bit of tape, just to get the ball rolling. So it's incredibly fiddly. But would you know? I think at first glance, that's relatively well hidden. Next job is to fit these two stick-on RFID tags. So just self-adhesive, kind of peel the backing off and stick them somewhere. I didn't expect them to be two different sizes, but well, it's no big deal, is it? One place that I'm definitely going to put one, behind this panel. They say these should go on a flat or only very lightly curved surface, and I think that fits the bill. Right, that's the self-adhesive tags applied. I've applied the other one in another place on the bike. No point me showing you all of them. So the next step is these things. So this is the Datatag label that is actually a stencil. It is self-adhesive, but only temporarily. So you stick this on an area of the bike. You then paint some of this UV fluid through the stencil using a little brush, and supposedly you'll be able to see the text on the bike, on the bit you've painted, but that will fade with the use of a bit of an alcohol wipe, and also it'll fade in sunlight over about 12 hours if it doesn't fade immediately. And that's the stuff that then the police can look at under a UV light. Annoyingly, I don't have a UV light, so I can't actually test it, but I can show you how I apply it. As I've never used the UV liquid before and I don't know what to expect, I'm going to start with somewhere inconspicuous. So I'll do this panel under the seat. They do say it should be on downwards facing areas like the swing arm and various other places, which I will do for the rest, but for this one, which I'll show, I'll do it just on this area. It'll be under the seat, out of the weather. Not sure that matters, but you know, it can't harm it, can it? So I'll start by giving that a clean with alcohol, just to give it the best chance of the sticker sticking, and give that a minute to flash off. Then I need to take my sticker I nearly threw away the sticker rather than the backing then. And place it where I want to etch. Make sure it's down good and flat. They say that it should go somewhere flat. Can be curved, but only in one direction. If you've got a compound curve, you're not going to get the best results. Then we get the UV etching liquid. I don't know if I'm going to need to shake that or not, but I'm going to. Pop the lid off. And with the little brush, it says to apply it sparingly just over the stencil. You don't want any runs. And then we leave that for 45 seconds. That's 45 seconds up. So now, if I peel this, I should be able to see it. Which allows me to check that it's actually taken, and I can. And then it says, take your alcohol wipe again, and wipe over it, and the white should disappear. I can still see it a bit, but as I say, that will fade over time, and it should be visible under UV. Right, I shall apply the other 7, and then we'll get on to the next step. I'm starting to run out of pieces in the kit now. The next piece, and the last bit of actual security device, is this. So this is the data dots. So there's all of the little tiny microscopic dots that can be read somehow. Somebody with very keen eyes are in there. Apparently there's hundreds of them. And what I need to do is shake this and then leave it upside down in a hot place, apparently, or a warm place, for the dots to disperse amongst the fluid. And then you just dab it on all of the parts you want to protect. Well, it's definitely not going to be hard to find a hot place today. See you in a few minutes. I've actually noticed you can see them. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but you can see little black dots in the liquid. It takes a lot of shaking though to get them to move. It feels like shaking them isn't necessarily going to be the right thing. It's quite a thick liquid. But we'll follow the instructions and then leave it upside down for 5 minutes. Back in 5 minutes. While those are settling, I thought I'd have another quick read of these instructions. And according to them, the fluid is just a glue. So the dots are just suspended in a glue. So you're going to just dab that on in places and pop a dot here and there. It says to keep it out of the way of things that would be kind of sprayed by normal use of the bike in rain or normal washing. So hidden away parts. So it's talking about under wheel hubs, back of the instruments, that kind of thing. But there's a lot of dots in there, so I guess I can pop them all over the bike really. I'll just keep using them until they're all gone. That's 5 minutes. The dots are a little bit more dispersed, but there are quite a few at the bottom still, so I might go through that process again after I've applied a few. But let's pop some on the bike. Oh, and it did say not to place them anywhere where it will get hot, so I assume heat will damage the dot. So I should be careful not to do that. So I'll show you one. A few dots in there, and I think I'll pop them just inside there. So just dab and remove, and hopefully that's left a dot or two behind. Now it's just a case of choosing where to put more dots. I shall go around the bike and place as many as I can. Fairly simple though. Well, I've gone all over the bike for the last 10 minutes and I've used every last drop of that stuff. At first I was trying to make sure there was a dot in every blob, and then I reread the instructions and realised it said, as well as the dots having the information on, the adhesive has data.dna or something, forensic DNA they called it. So there's actually something in the adhesive that can identify the bike as well. So pretty much every bit of the bike that doesn't get hot has now got a dot somewhere or a bit of forensic DNA. So I've only got 2 things left to do. Those 2 things are stick on that, stick on that. This one's for the next owner. They say they should go under the seat, but not necessarily on the seat, or somewhere else where they'll find it. And that tells you that as a new owner you can re-register. So you've got your details on there to get in contact with Datatag. I don't know what they charge, but I assume they charge you something to register your details now that you've bought the bike. And also the domed shiny Datatag sticker that says keep your hands off. So let's give them a stick somewhere. Now, as I said, it says to put it under the seat, but not on the seat. I suppose I should have thought about that beforehand, because I've put that Datatag number, you can actually see it fading already, but I've put that under the seat there. But I think I've just about got enough room to pop it there. Just make sure it doesn't cover up the UV gubbins. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? And now the final step, popping this on. This, apparently, you just peel a little bit of it, get it in the right place, and then peel the rest of the back and stick it down. And once it's down, it will never come off again. Which is kind of awkward, because if you get it in the wrong place, you almost want to put it offset from centre on purpose to make it obvious I've done it that way. But it'd be nice to kind of centre it around there, I think. I should get Mrs. C ready, she's really good at this kind of thing. There we have it. Tell me in the comments if you think I'm off centre. I probably am a little bit, but not enough that I can tell. It'll do the job. And anyway, I can't take it off now. So there is one last job to do, but that's boring. That's fill in the paperwork and send it off to Datatag to register the system. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.